Welcome to SVG-TV's news for Wednesday, July 6, 2016. I am Rochelle Batiste with the details. Miss Trinidad and Tobago, Janeka Francis, captured the Miss Caraval title 2016, beating out 9 other beauties from across the region, including Miss SVG 2016, Nikiana Williams, for the crown. We hear more on the result in this report by Chelsea Jackson.
A keenly contested competition, Miss Trinidad and Tobago, Janeka Francis, was crowned Miss Caraval 2016 in the wee hours of Saturday morning, July 2, 2016. Of the 4 judged categories, Francis captured the category which carries the most points, Best Interview. She received the Miss Congeniality and Miss Community Spirited awards. Speaking with reporters after being crowned, Francis expressed her elation in capturing the prestigious title of Miss Caraval. First runner-up went to Miss Dominica Sassia Floyzak, who secured the Best Talent category in the form of a dramatization and song. Second runner-up went to Miss St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Nikiana Williams, who won the Best Swimwear and the Best Evening Wear categories. She was also awarded the Miss Photogenic title. Michelle Simuse, Miss Venezuela, walked away with the Beauty Show's award for cooperation. The other contestants in the pageant were Chelsea Hughes, Miss Anguilla, Cheryl Ford, Miss Barbados, Nyanka Samuel Robinson, Miss Grenada, Tabiana Tuitt, Miss Montserrat, Angel Erskine, Miss St. Kitts and Nevis, and Iwana David, Miss St. Lucia. Reporting for Carnival Beat, I am Chelsea Jackson.
Born in England and raised in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, international songwriter and musician Maran Rudet advises all aspiring musicians never to give up on their dreams. Rudet was a feature performer at the Miss Caraval pageant 2016 before he took to the stage at Carnival City Victoria Park for the first time, where from all reports he wooed the audience. SVG-TV news team caught up with him on his arrival to the state. Here is more on a one-on-one with the international star in this report.
Well, is part of one's process and success. That's according to Maran Rudet, another of St. Vincent and the Grenadines' international stars. Rudet says not being motivated is one of the typical mistakes people make when trying to pursue a career in the music industry, and advised persons with such a mindset to not get into the business because the lifestyle has its pressure points.
I think the motivation has to be music first and foremost. I think if this is my personal view. I think it's very, very difficult if your first motivation is the celebrity lifestyle, because when you get into it, you realize that a lot of it is not glamorous. You're waking up early, you're working hard. The rewards can be amazing, but I think you really have to have that love of the music.
Rudet also noted that apart from not wearing some of the clothes he did back in his Matterfix days, he would not change anything as it relates to the choices he made in his musical career.
No, I don't think I would change anything, because music and art has the ability to take struggle and mistakes, bad performances, errors in judgment, and turn it into something beautiful and amazing. So as a songwriter, struggle is part of your process. It's as important as learning to play the piano or the guitar or the steel pan. So maybe there are some outfits that I wouldn't wear anymore in public, because when I Google the images, some of the jeans I used to rock back in the Matterfix days weren't cool, but apart from that, I'd do everything the same.
Reporting for Carnival Beat, I am Chelsea Jackson.
2 new fresh faces dominated the 2016 Raga and Power Soca Monarch competition on Saturday, July 2nd, 2016 at Carnival City Victoria Park. Capturing the Raga Soca Monarch title was Chawali Johnson with his song Rummies, while Shane Hyper 4000 Husbands blew the competition away in the Power Soca category. We get more in this report on the event from SVG-TV's Nikita Tony.
Carnival City Victoria Park erupted into an inferno of energetic performances in both the Raga Soca and Power Soca competitions on Saturday, July 2nd, 2016, as 21 artists took the stage to compete for the coveted titles.
When I step inside of it, just give me a sunset.
Outperforming 11 of the competitors in the 2016 Raga Soca category was newcomer Chuwali Johnson with Rummis. The ultimate rum track saw Johnson paying homage to St. Vincent and the Grenadines' very own Sunset Strong Rum.
Just give me another bottle, bartender, don't roll it back. Just give me a half bottle, bartender, don't roll it back. Just give me a quart bottle, bartender, don't roll it back.
No stranger to the Raga Soca stage, Chanel Mackenzie took the second position with Wet and Wild.
Wet and Wild, how we doing it? Tell me how we doing it. How we doing it? How we doing it? If I said to hold, I can't do it.
And describing the atmosphere within the Victoria Park that night, Camaro Keto Foster placed third with his 2016 hit, Frass.
Raise me glass, toast to life. Free up my mind. Break the grass, let me light. Free up my mind. Break no one, Frass to the bone. I'm begging you.
Mama drop, top to it, nice I don't speak to it at all.
Fueling the atmosphere at the Victoria Park with his very own Hyper 4000 gas station, Shane Husbands was able to take hold of the Power Soca segment with his presentation of No Behavior. Taking the stage in the wee hours of Sunday morning, Husbands had patrons raving from the beginning to the end of his performance. The new king was followed by Travis Wizkid Lynch with his rendition of Mama Man.
Mama Man, some boy are real, Mama Man. I can reduce what's on y'all. I can recommend what's on woman.
Coming in third was 8-time Soca Monarch champion Delroy Fireman Hooper with Homeless.
But this is Carnival time now.
And although it was his first time performing on the Soca Monarch stage, upcoming artist Naphtali Duncan was able to impress the judges with Bear Pole, placing fourth in Saturday's competition. The results were well received as patrons erupted in cheers as both kings were crowned. Both Johnson and Husbands have now gained their first major soca titles and made the promise to continue contributing to Vincy Mass. Reporting for Carnival Beat, I am Nikita Tony.
And it was a triple win for Zamfri Manzangi Adams, whose hard-hitting lyrics raised eyebrows at the Victoria Park on Dimash Grand Night, Sunday, July 3rd, 2016. And in the Queen and Kings of the Bands competition on that night, Owen Ralph and the Professionals and Blondie and friends were out front. SVG-TV Sharon Gawe gives us the highlight in this report.
Zamfir Manzangi Adams secured a historic hat-trick on Sunday night, July 3rd, when he was crowned the 2016 National Calypso Monarch. The police officer in the narcotics unit rendered his piece, Faith in Haruna, which addressed the importance of nation building. Manzangi then touched the heartstrings of the audience with his second song entitled Access Denied, which tackled the issue of pedophilia.
Access denied. You'll be labeled a pedophile. See but don't touch. See but don't touch.
Coming in close at second position for the third time in a row was Robert Patches Knights with his melodic satire Labor Love. Patches raised the temperature of the audience and questioned the manipulation tactics of those in the political sphere with his second song entitled Something Wrong With We.
He loves me. That's why he jam on the back. Some of them scrambling like drunken. Yet they still shouting Labor Love.
The third spot was nabbed by Roland Chico Bivera with his intoxicating tune called Rum Pipe, and he was just as energetic with his second song on infidelity called Horn a Man.
Wants a rum pipe. I want a rum pipe. I want a rum pipe right in me.
Last Sunday night at Dimash Gras, the king and queen of the bands also displayed their creative costumes to a very appreciative audience. The Queen of the Band's title was captured by Atisha Lockhart of Hits FM 103.7, Owen Ralph and the Professionals, Musical Beats, with their portrayal of pan-musical instrument of the Caribbean. Second place went to Petra Pompey of Digicel Nelson Block, Vincy Sweet, Vincy Nice, with It's a Vincy. And third place going to Tricia Govaya of Metro St. General Corporation Limited, high voltage mass production with Bubble Bath. Janali Niles of Guinness BMC Agencies, Hits FM 103.7 Blondie Bird and Friends, took the King of the Band's title with Rhythm of Africa. Second place went to Gordon Taria Boucher of Melbourne Artisans with Tribe Zembazi. Third place going to Elroy Kwame of SVG Players International with a tribute to Roy Ralph. Sharon Garraway, SVG Television News. Adams secured a historic hat-trick on Sunday night, July 3rd, when he was crowned the 2016 National Calypso Monarch. The police officer in the narcotics unit rendered his piece, Faith in Hairuna, which addressed the importance of nation building. Manzangi then touched the heartstrings of the audience with his second song entitled Access Denied, which tackled the issue of pedophilia.
Access denied, you'll be labeled a pedophile. See but don't touch, see but don't touch.
Coming in close at second position for the third time in a row was Robert Patches Knights with his melodic satire Labor Love. Patches raised the temperature of the audience and questioned the manipulation tactics of those in the political sphere with his second song entitled Something Wrong With We.
He loves me, that's why he jam on the back. Some of them scrambling and grumbling, yet they still shouting Labor Love.
The third spot was nabbed by Roland Chico Bivera with his intoxicating tune called Rum Pipe, and he was just as energetic with his second song on infidelity called Horn a Man.
Once a rum pipe, I want a rum pipe. I want a rum pipe right in me.
Last Sunday night at the Marche Gras, the king and queen of the bands also displayed their creative costumes to a very appreciative audience. The Queen of the Band's title was captured by Atisha Lockhart of Hits FM 103.7, Owen Ralph and the Professionals, Musical Beats, with their portrayal of pan-musical instrument of the Caribbean. Second place went to Petra Pompey of Digicel Nelson Block, Vincy Sweet, Vincy Nice, with It's a Vincy. And third place going to Tricia Govaya of Metro St. General Corporation Limited, high voltage mass production with Bubble Bath. Janali Niles of Guinness BMC Agencies, Hits FM 103.7 Blondie Bird and Friends, took the King of the Band's title with Rhythm of Africa. Second place went to Gordon Taria Boucher of Melbourne Artisans with Tribe Zembazi. Third place going to Elroy Kwame of SVG Players International with a tribute to Roy Ralph. Sharon Garraway, SVG Television News.
And capital city Kingston was in full carnival mood on Monday morning, July 4, 2016, as revelers participated in Juve. Nolisha Miller has more in this report.
The streets of Kingston were completely transformed on Monday morning, July 4th, as many persons took to the streets in full character mode for Juve, and veterans Juve fanatics were vivid with their presentations. In the Juve King category, Juve fanatics copped the top 3 positions with their presentations Run for Cover, A Going for Games Down Layu, and Bra All Over Corn Beef. Juve fanatics also copped the top 3 positions in the Queen of the Band category with their presentations Stealing Day, Sex Tapes, and All Bows Out. Michelle Smith took the top spot in the individuals of the Juve category with her presentation A Labor Love, and Juve fanatics settled for second and third with Proof Mr. Banker and Rum Pipe. In the couples of Juve category, Cheryl Cumberbatch and Fred Williams won with their presentation Donkey Forkers, and Juve fanatics in the second and third positions with Send It to Her, No Zika, and Sweetness de Indie. Fitzhughes took the 2 top spots in the group competition with their presentations Rum Drumby and Water Hose, while Juve fanatics settled for third with Final Count. For the traditional bands category, Juve fanatics took the top spot with Helter Skelter, and Fitzhughes in the second position with From the Stage to the Road. Nolisha Miller, Carnival Beats.
Guinness BMC Agencies, Hits FM 103.7 Blondie Bird and Friends recaptured the coveted Band of the Year title after losing it last year to Digicel Nelson Block. Nolisha Miller has more on the results in this report.
Guinness BMC Agencies Hits FM 103.7 Blondie Bird and Friends captured the Band of the Year title this year with its presentation Sweet Temptation. The veteran mass band impressed the judges and mass lovers with their addictive colors and impressive craftsmanship. Metro St. General Insurance Company Limited High Voltage Mass Production placed second with their seemingly fun production All That Lathers. SVG Players International Mass Band was close behind with its production Brazil, while Digicel Nelson Block, who captured the Band of the Year title in 2015, had to settle for the 4th place position with Vincy Sweet, Vincy Nice. Link's Mass Band rounded off the top 5 position with its production Send This, Send That. Guinness BMC Agency's Hits FM 103.7 Blondie Bird and Friends was judged Best Use of Color with its presentation Sweet Temptation. Mirage Productions came in second with its presentation In Full Bloom. Digicel Nelson Block, 3rd place, and Metro St. General Insurance Company Limited High Voltage Mass Production, 4th place with All That Lathers. In the Uptown competition, Digicel Nelson Block took the top position with Vincy Sweet, Vincy Nice. Guinness BMC Agency's Hits 103.7 Blondie Bird and Friends settled in second place with Sweet Temptation. SVG Players International Mass Band in 3rd place, Adrenaline Mass Band in 4th place, and Mirage Productions in 5th place. Nolisha Miller, Carnival Beats.
And Assistant Superintendent of Police Claston Francis is describing Vincy Mass 2016 as fairly calm. In a telephone interview with SVG-TV News, ASP Francis explained that there were no major incidents during the grand climax of the festival, noting that the police followed the protocol of making their presence known in and around Kingstown.
We had a strong police presence almost everywhere, and it was really good. It's really a good carnival for us. But this has been our main strategy during Carnival, is to have, as Inspector Brown said, many boots on the ground. And once that is done, and you'll notice that police officers were everywhere in uniform. And of course, there were those in plain clothes as well. But we focused primarily on having police officers in uniform on the ground. And in my view, that helped to prevent a lot of the incidents that usually occurred at Carnival. So the strong police presence really had an effect during this Carnival.
ASP Francis commended Vincentians and visitors alike for contributing towards a safe and successful Vincy Mass 2016, stating that persons took heed of the police advice to have clean fun.
Taking caution to the police's advice?
Yes, I think so, because of course Carnival is about having fun and enjoying yourself. And we have said time and time again, once persons are caught misbehaving, they will be arrested and kept in custody until after the Carnival. And of course, persons do not want that to happen to them. And in this light, most of them try to conduct themselves within the confines of the law and they respected the police. There was a few persons when they're intoxicated who may have done things, that were not proper. But in most cases, persons obey the police and conducted themselves properly.
This country's Prime Minister, Dr. Ralph Gonsalves, on Monday told his fellow CARICOM leaders that they need not to focus on the impact of Britain's exit from the European Union, but the opportunities that can be derived from the move. At the 37th meeting of the Conference of Heads of Government of CARICOM in Georgetown, Guyana, PM Gonsalves made it clear to his colleagues that there is no need to get caught up in the hysteria of Britain's exit, as it will not get them anywhere, and that they need to move on and focus their attention on how best they can take advantage of the opportunities therein, including a fast-tracking of the Caribbean single market. In a sharp statement against pessimists of the region, PM Gonzalez said there has been much progress in the regional bloc since its establishment in 1973. This, he noted, is notwithstanding the many challenges facing the community. Dr. Gonzalez told the gathering those who opine that CARICOM is comatose do not take into account what the revised Treaty of Chaguaramas is about and the tremendous progress that has been made. He said they have also failed to acknowledge the strength and possibilities that exist therein. He also used the opportunity to identify a list of issues which CARICOM should also pay attention to, including resources for climate change, adaptation and mitigation, the region's aging population, and the way in which technology would change the lives of citizens. The legal fraternity is mourning the death of former Attorney General Carl Joseph, who passed away at his home last Monday, July 4th. Joseph was also a former senior Crown Counsel, magistrate, and director of public prosecution. He was also known for carrying out his work with a kind of quiet dignity. President of the SVG Bar Association, René Batiste, described his passing as a loss to the law society and reminisced about how delightful interactions with him.
It was a shock. I had just said my good nights, or rather good morning, to the DPP, Mr. Colin Williams, when my phone lit up and he said, I have some sad news. And he was just informed that Mr. Carl Joseph had passed away, a suspected heart attack. And I said to him, are you sure? You know, you always say things like that. Are you sure? And then by morning light, of course, we were all sure about it, and it's very, very sad. It's obviously unexpected. It wasn't to say that he was ailing and we're going to see him or sent a card or something like this. It was unexpected.
But he said her association has officially notified the Eastern Caribbean Law Fraternity, among other organizations, on the passing of Joseph. She revealed that when she last spoke with Joseph, he was excited about making an input into an upcoming event on forensic medicine for lawyers.
And said, give me a call back. I said, I hope I get the opportunity to do that. It was very, very sad. I've notified the executive members of the bar at the same time, about an hour later on Monday morning, and I also posted it on Facebook by Monday during the course of the day, a little after midday, on our Facebook page. The Bar Association has a Facebook page, which, you know, is a popular social medium for communicating to lots of people. And I also had the occasion to send it to our OECS Bar President's chat room to inform the OECS Bar Presidents that he had passed. I just had an opportunity today, as the first working day, to speak with a member of the family and to extend condolences, my own personal sympathies and condolences on behalf of the Bar Association. He will be missed. Quiet, dignified demeanor. Just went about his daily work, very pleasant. He will be missed.
David Kane, a resident of Camden Park, has been arrested and charged for the possession of a firearm along with one round of ammunition. He was escorted to the Kingston Magistrate Court earlier today before Senior Magistrate Bertie Pompey and pleaded not guilty to the two separate charges of possession without the relevant license. Court prosecutor Station Sergeant Elgin Richards had no objection to his bail, which was allowed in the sum of $5,000 with one surety. The matters were adjourned and transferred to the Serious Offences Court for July 7th to have a date set for trial.